to the zoo gate. Without the team noticing, he abandons them and goes to try and steal the key from Dan to escape the zoo. Gracie and Dan get into a more bigger problem as they engage in a fight with a zombie gorilla. For the first time, Gracie and Dan teamed up, and unity proved to be strength as they defeated the gorilla zombie. Just as Dan compliments her that she's got some pretty good moves, the gorilla zombie reveals to be still not to be dead, and the terrifying thing is that it came back stronger, as it transformed to a gigantic monster. It tries to eat Grace, but Dan sacrifices himself to save her. He defeated the zombie, but he got bitten by it, making Dan to turn into a zombie too. He attacks Gracie, and in the process of her escape, they both end up falling into a dark room where the chase continues. Gracie manages to trap him in a foamy bathtub where he started to suffocate to his death. Although he's a zombie trying to hurt her, Gracie still doesn't want to let him die because he's still a friend to her. He pulls Dan out of the tub, but to her surprise, Dan wasn't a zombie anymore. Just as Dan is surprised on how good a friend Gracie is for not abandoning him, even though he was a zombie, Gracie realized that it was when Dan drank the soap and water, he returned back to normal. That means, soap and water is the cure. Now she knows how to save the pack and the whole zoo, but they are going to need Xavier and his group, but Dan tells her they can't trust them and they don't need them, because they have the key. Gracie asks Dan that what if the only way is to trust others and working together. Dan tells her that when it comes down to it, everyone is on their own, even him and her. He tells her he's not a coward, but he is not stupid enough to think he can save everybody. Gracie asked him if she was stupid when he was drowning in the soap and water and she saved him. Dan says yes, she is. This breaks Gracie's heart, and she handed over the key to him, telling him that if she's so stupid, he should just try and save himself. Dan takes the key, and from that moment, the two friends separated from each other. Just as Dan heads towards the zoo gate, Felix shows up out of nowhere and steals the zoo key from him. Dan catches him, but Felix begs Dan to take him with him. If they were stuck with those other fools, they wouldn't be here by now.